What's up, agents, and welcome back to another TU22 PTS video. I didn't think there would be any more of these, but we've still got a couple of hours before the PTS goes off, and a few people dropped into my comments with things I really wanted to try out. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So I posted a couple of videos, one with the Pestilence, which is definitely worth checking out, but one with the new Virtuoso gear set, and I really don't like this gear set. The weapon damage isn't enough if you play within one range, and it really makes you jump through hoops to get both buffs up at the same time, and it does punish you if you get the order out of sync as well. But a lot of people said try it out with the Pestilence, so thank you to everybody in the comments that said that, and this is the build that they throughout all of them was kind of recommending. Now, if you check out my previous video about the Pesty, this is the one that I run. This hits for really hard damage, but it is including running glass cannon. So obviously, this bad boy does not include running glass cannon. And what I was very surprised about is that once these ticks get going, you can see they still pop for 1.2 mil, which is really nice. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to give it a go. So let's give this a go. Let's not do Lincoln Memorial because everything's very close together. And I have a funny feeling that this will shine in a bit of an area where the enemies are a little bit more spread out. So let's try Grand Washington Hotel. There are some bigger rooms and areas in there. And I'll go through the build and the gear set once we give it a try, just to give it a little bit more context as well.
Right next to the Grand Washington Hotel.
Okay, here we go. That should get their attention. Head to the service entrance on the east side of the building.
Should I reload it before we came out? Love the fact when they get the pesty buff on them that they kind of hobble around like they've half brought the leg or something. You can see at the bottom there we got one stack. Because we were playing either within or out of the range. And the build puts in the work, right? You can see it really does do the work. It's keeping the buff refreshed, and we actually got double the buff there, which was really nice. So maybe this is the play. Maybe this set is intended just for the Pestilence.
Saints here.
The who now?
Hyena big shot. Real unpleasant. We need to kill this asshole.
So we'll sit back on this one and let's see how we get on. Can we trim these heads? Bro, chill. So we're on halfway on the stacks, which is kind of cool. Now we're on 3. Then we got punished because we got 2 long range kills. I really don't think you should be punished. And we're halfway again. So maybe this does work really well, rather well. If they take out the punishment for not doing it in the right order, then you know, you've got an absolute viable alternative to running glass cannon with this. Do a couple more rooms. Oh, we got max stacks, look at that. So yeah, I'm calling me actually impressed. Let's do this last room because this one's got some decent range in it. I wonder if the skill kill count. Oh, killing the skill counted, which is interesting. I don't know which bit part of the order we're up to, but we're about to find out when this guy dies from the pesty ticks. Boom, we're at full damage. yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice. It's like the set, you know, although it's definitely not perfect, it takes away the need to run glass cannon with the pesty. And yeah, I mean, it's all right, but I think there definitely shouldn't be the need to punish us, right, for not doing the stacking in the right order. I think it should just not progress. So obviously I was running the pesty. My pesty has damage to armor. I am actually probably going to change this to critical hit damage. You can see I was, you know, just a little bit out on the critical hit damage, and I think we would do bigger and better numbers if we did that. We then ran a Walker Harris backpack because the ticks on the Pestilence are all about weapon damage, and obviously it gives 5% weapon damage, crit chance, crit damage, and vigilance, because really we're just going to sit in cover a lot of the time, so we really don't have to worry too much about taking damage. If you want to shoot a little bit more though, to swap it to Unstoppable Force, and you'll do a lot of damage. Then obviously we're going to take Contractor's Gloves, LMG damage, and damage to armor and crit chance, which is really nice. The new gear set, we'll go through these things when we get to the chest piece, but weapon damage, crit chance in the mask, or crit damage, crit chance in the mask. The holster, weapon damage, crit damage, and the knees were weapon damage, crit chance, with a little bit of optimization missing because for some reason they come with 14.9. And then the chest piece. So we'll take a look at the set bonuses here. We get weapon handling and magazine size, which is a win because running an LMG. 15% weapon damage is again a win because it affects the pesty ticks. And then we get the actual 4-piece bonus. So you can see here, killing an enemy further than 30 meters will provide 30% weapon damage to shotguns, SMGs, and pistols. But it gives us 15% weapon damage to assault rifles and LMGs, along with 25% bonus armor. Killing an enemy within 30 meters gives 30% weapon damage to marksmen and rifles, but then it gives ARs and LMGs 30% headshot damage for 10 seconds. Weapon damage, crit chance again, and then we run the chest because it doubles the weapon damage that we get from that 4-piece talent. So 15% weapon damage here is just a constant pretty much. And then it's nice to get the 30% headshot damage every now and again when we do get it. But obviously, you know, you can get a huge amount of damage from that, because if you intimately kill the enemies from both ranges, it builds up stacks. At 4 stacks, all bonuses are doubled and triggered at the same time for 10 seconds. So that's a huge amount of weapon damage at that point. And then we did see that happen. We did get to max stacks. But I do think it doesn't mention doing it in the wrong order lowers the stack. So is that a mistake or no? I don't know. I'm going to log that as my feedback. I think it's for this set to be this difficult to use anyway. It's far too punishing. Far too punishing. So I think that definitely does need to be changed. But you saw the stats before that we were at. But, you know, the pesty got an RPM increase, you know, 935. Really nice. And I think, you know, this is a build that works. This is a nice build. It works. Would I use it over the negotiators buff and the ongoing directive buff? Probably not. But yeah, still really nice. That's going to be it for the video. I've got to push on because we're getting close to the server being shut down. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check me out on X and maybe join my community Discord. All the links are in the description down below. See you in the next one. Bye bye.